team, you can see, right? Market, I think, has been cascading down, all right? So sometimes, right, we have a certain perception that we think that um, it is not possible for market to come down, especially Bitcoin, right? Because everyone thinks that when you have institutions coming into the picture, institution may want to push the price up. But you will be surprised that it could be the other way around, because institution may not want to buy Bitcoin at a higher price. You see that? So that's the reason why I have been warning the team, right? I told you that high likely we could already top at about 120. I think when we reach 120,000, I already warned the team not to buy Bitcoin at that level, right? In case if you are holding Bitcoin, if you are buying Bitcoin at that level, right? That is not the level, that we encourage our community to buy, all right? Because you can see, right, how the whole thing is playing out, okay? Now, so far, right, if you look into, this is just an intro, okay, before we get started. If you look into the market, right, come on, you can see that, okay? Our top is about 126,000, all right? And we have actually hit around 8,983. So that means that all the level that we have predicted, right, plus the CME gap is already taken. All right, so we hit about 89,183, and I was expecting 88,000. Am I right? And if 88,000 hit, then we could probably go to 85,000. All right, but I think we will see a reversal. Okay, we will see a reversal. Let me remove. So because you can already see this candle, right? This daily candle, it is the buyers are coming in already. So we could see a reversal, but I believe this reversal will not long live. All right, it will be short lived, and we could even see a bigger price downward. All right, so but nevertheless, we have already corrected 30% from the all-time high. Okay, but historically, please remember, guys, whenever we touch the all-time high, the correction can be around 70 to 80%. All right, so all right, we do have the next CME gap, right? So if you look over here, I have already put all this information there, right? So you can see, right? We have actually, everything has been playing out. Okay, so the next CME gap we have is actually around, I think it's around 70, 75 or something, right? So then we also have gap, you see that, around 62,600. We have a gap at 54,000, all right? So these are important gaps. High likely it may not be filled immediately, but you can see that it is coming back to fill those gaps. All right, so there's a danger here, okay? There's a danger here because if more and more institutions start to sell, then we're going to start to see the price coming down. But please understand that, okay? Price doesn't come down and collapse all the way down, all right? It is always a correction, okay? So price, it is currently, right, you can see that price came down. I think it is came down about, if for JDXBOT, right, I think it is around 15,000 points from the entry price of the bot, okay, from the entry price. So means we are still okay, right? We are still okay. We are still surviving. We are still resilient, okay, 15,000 points. But we can even go to, 20,000 points. I don't think so. There is an issue. Okay, there is an issue. So I just want the team to take note of this, okay, because this is critical, okay. I don't promise and says that, a Bitcoin cannot go down. It can even go further down, okay. But the thing is that there is no such thing as just collapse down in that manner, okay. There is always a pullback, so we could see a pullback, and then we could see a dump coming down. So the danger is that the danger with so many people is that they think, right, that it is almost impossible for Bitcoin to actually come down. All right. So that is the danger, and that is a mindset that I don't want you to be thinking, right? Because people are thinking that it is going to go to 250,000, it is going to go to $1 million, and so on. Yes, it could probably, okay, it could probably, or probably this could be the last cycle ever. Bitcoin actually hit the 26,000, and thereafter that is it. This is going to be probably the last cycle ever, right? It is already what, 15 years, right? 16 years. So we are seeing already 4 cycles. So probably the next 15 years is going to be all the way down. We don't know, okay? So, and also institutions are selling, BlackRock selling, today I heard MicroStrategy selling. So that a lot of these institutions, the ETF players are selling. So that's why I told you, right, from the beginning, that this institution doesn't care about, the store of value. They don't care about Bitcoin, reaching 1 million. They don't care. For them, what they care is profit. All right. So they have to answer to the stakeholders. So when they have to answer to the stakeholders, they have to consider their profit. So that is the reason why, right? So if you look at the chart once again, right? Please understand, guys, some of you may not be there, right, when the ETF was done. So where ETF was approved? ETF was approved when the price was at about $45,000, right? So at about $45,000 is where ETF is actually approved. All right, so this is where ETF was approved, guys, $45,000. So now, those who are selling now, okay, are they making profit? Absolutely. They could have actually made double or more than double profit, right? Because the price currently around 100,000, they are already selling it. So means high likely this institution or BlackRock, they are selling the Bitcoin that they bought at 45,000. You see that? So they have already made the profit. You see that? So that is something that you need to understand. So that's the reason why I believe that we are seeing that cascading down of the price, right? And also I did inform you guys that on the weekly, we and also on the monthly, right? The money flow doesn't look good. All right. I think I already informed you this many weeks ago, right? So that is the reason why you can see that, right? Although in the shorter time frame, either daily or 4-hourly or hourly time frame, we could see, okay, a market may pull back. But on the long-term perspective, right, when you look into the weekly and monthly, it doesn't look good. All right, it doesn't look good. But on the other hand, please understand, all right, this is a good news. All right, this is a good news for those who actually missed the opportunity to buy Bitcoin earlier. All right, this is an opportunity, right? So imagine if Bitcoin now is already hit below 90,000, right? So if Bitcoin goes beyond, let's say below 70,000, how many of you have the cash to actually go and buy some Bitcoin? That is the question, right? So it's not the question of we getting panic because the price is down. No. It's a question whether are you ready to do a DCA? Are you ready now to go and buy some of the Bitcoin? Or, if you have JDXBOT, that is awesome, right? Because you are earning Bitcoin, all right? You are earning Bitcoin. That is good. So probably you may want to increase your Bitcoin, funding, right? So that you can now earn more Bitcoin. Or you may even want to convert. If you ask me, right? Those of you who are earning from JDXBOT and you have USDT or USDC, now you should be converting some of your asset into Bitcoin. Can you see that? Because now you will get more Bitcoin. And then you wait for the price to go up. If the price go up again to 120 or whatever, right? You can convert it back to the stable coin, right? So this is a very good, I would say this is a powerful strategy that you have, because you have the option to decide what you want to do. All right, what you want to do with your asset that you are earning from JDXBOT. Okay, so this is a very important criteria, because some people, they don't know or the timing when to actually convert. So if you ask me, right, now is the right time to do that, because come on, guys, how can you get a price that is close to 90,000, right? It is almost impossible, I guess, right? So you can convert partially, right? Or you can even increase your Bitcoin funding so that whenever Bitcoin closes, you now earning more Bitcoin. So can you see that? So you have the flexibility. These are for those who don't have extra cash and you don't want to do DCA, but you just want to keep earning Bitcoin. All right. So if you just imagine, right, if you earn this Bitcoin from JDXBOT and you hold that Bitcoin and you don't sell it for the next 1 or 2 years, or let's say for the next 3 years, because we are ending the cycle, right? So this cycle is ending. So once the cycle ends, it will take probably for 1 year, okay, 1 year, right? Might be 2020, 2026 for the price to come down, and then we will start to see the next 3 years, right, where the price will slowly go up. So it's always 1 year, 3 years, right? So then you see what happened, right? You hold that Bitcoin, and you hold more and more Bitcoin, you stake more and more Bitcoin, and then imagine in that 3-year period, when the next halving happen, what will be the the value of the asset that you have in Bitcoin? Because see that this is something that you need to think about long term. So don't take the earning and straight away go and spend it. All right, don't take the earning and spend it, guys. Now is the time you need to think. You can spend USDT or USDC, but why don't you hold BTC as your saving? Okay, so this could be one of the strategy that you can actually implement. You can actually assess and see. Sometimes you may say that, hey, it is small, it is not really significant. Now you don't understand what will be the value if one Bitcoin is $1 million. You don't know the value. Even your 0.001 Bitcoin, all right, can actually have a huge impact in your financial life, right? Can have a huge impact towards your wealth creation, right? So don't underestimate, because many people underestimated Bitcoin when it was just $2,000, $3,000. They don't have the faith to believe, right? But I see like this is like another opportunity that you have. So that's why when the price comes down, right, for JDXBOT, this is a massive opportunity because you're earning Bitcoin. Or you can even convert your USDT or USDC, a portion of it, into Bitcoin. So I did that yesterday, right? When the price came down, I did that. I actually went and converted, some of my Bitcoin into some of my USDT or USDC into Bitcoin, right? So you can do that because sometimes, right, it's not the amount, okay? It's not the amount. When you convert and the price just goes up, you might already make extra another $50 or $100 or even $500, right? That is beautiful, right? You are making an extra money and you can use that fund again to actually top up your JDXBOT, JDXBOT funding, right? Your main account, because you need the money. So there are easy way to make money. So that's why when the market actually comes down, if you ask me, it is a huge opportunity. All right. Every dip is a huge opportunity for you to actually, for you to actually scoop. All right. You can scoop a little bit. All right. So that is how you can do it. Okay. So, so that is the reason why, right? You can see that we have already dropped about 30%. Now, please understand, okay? The market scenario or sentiment is not healthy. All right, it's not healthy. The stock market has already go beyond, and so on, right? And also we are already starting to probably see and hearing AI bubble. Now, this AI bubble things, right, is all fabricated, okay? Because you can understand, right? A lot of this company, all right, such as NVIDIA and also on, right? They are basically, expanding their balance sheet, okay, artificially. All right, so they take that money and they actually probably fund OpenAI. So that money go to OpenAI. Now OpenAI saying that they got a huge revenue, and that money from the OpenAI then return back to NVIDIA. So all this kind of scam that is going around, within the AI industry itself, which is actually creating a lot of non-confidence with the investors. And that's the reason why the collapse probably will be much greater, okay, if AI start to burst, okay? If this AI burst, all the technological related, even crypto, right, is going to be in trouble, all right? So that's why you see if the stock market comes down, all right, by 10%, Bitcoin will be affected probably 330%. So imagine, right, we have not really seen the collapse yet. So if this collapse happen, right, everyone is going to be affected, right? So that's what I'm thinking, right? Okay, if this is what is going to happen, how far can JDXBOT, be resilient? Can we hold for 30,000 points? Can we hold for 40,000 points, right? So these are some of the some of the thoughts, okay, sometimes that we have. So far, I think if you can see, right, we have already hold for about 15,000 points as of today. All right, 15,000 points. So we hope if the market can pull back and the position can close, that is awesome. Or else, I think today or tomorrow, you will see the partial profit taking coming in, okay? Because a lot of the ROI for your hedging position is already beyond 100%. So you will start to see the partial profit taking. So even, right, during the floating, you will still see the profit coming in, okay? And then we wait for the price to recover, and then we can close all those positions, right? So I like what is happening now, because when you have a long and market is going down, please understand that there are buyers who are waiting to buy, all right? There are buyers who are waiting to buy. So they might be buying and pushing the price up. All right, so that is, I think, is a good news. All right, it's a good news. Now, if we buy down and the position going up, that is quite a danger, right? Because there is more room to go up, but there is not much room to actually come down. All right, but every time it comes down, it gives an opportunity for people to buy. So that's why we are probably at a very strategic position now to take partial profit, and then we wait for the price to recover. Can you understand me? All right. So that is basically, what I'm seeing, right, happening in the market. And just want to make sure that every one of you, right, please understand, don't be affected with the fear and the panic selling, right? As long you know your strategy. So if you know your strategy, then you play with your strategy. That is the most important thing. So don't get affected, okay, by what is happening with the market. So you must have your own strategy and take advantage of the market. If you ask me, this market is giving you an opportunity. All right, it's an opportunity in the deep that we are starting to see. You see that? So what are you going to do with what you have? Number one, you have JDXBOT. So that means that you are earning BTC while even the price going down. Number one. Number two, you have USDT and USDC stablecoin. Can you convert some of that partially and convert to Bitcoin? Can you see that? So these are massive strategy that you already have in your hand, that you are in control. Can you see that? You are in control. But unfortunately, right, if you use that profit for something else and now you don't have any profit, then you have to wait for the next profit. Okay, but if every time you can have this mindset, right? Why don't I take some and, convert to Bitcoin, convert to Bitcoin, convert to Bitcoin? Or if you don't want to convert, you might want to have the biggest account for Bitcoin. So means your main account for Bitcoin is the biggest, because you're going to earn Bitcoin more, for example, right? Or you can have all the three accounts the same, but then you can convert partially some of your USDT or USDT into Bitcoin. So that is a very simple strategy you already have in your hand. Number three, you can do DCA. So means if you have extra fund, you can start to do DCA to buy Bitcoin. Can you see that? So this is amazing, guys. Okay, this is amazing, guys. Let me know in the chat room. Okay, I hope that I am helping you, giving you some kind of idea here. Okay, some kind of strategy here, so that you can do something. All right, please understand. Okay, we are now in November. Let me just mention the same phrases again. Now, if you do what you do last year, this year, your results will be exactly as the same as last year. Now, before we enter into 2026, don't do what you do this year, next year, guys. It's insane, okay? It's insane. If you want to see a different results, you have to do it differently. If you are doing the same thing, you're going to see the same. That's why I don't like people who work 9 to 5. Why? Because they've been programmed to do the same thing. So they work for 20 years, 30 years, they don't see progress, right? So this is the reason why. This is the reason why the system will keep you in this bondage. So now you have to think, right? How to do things differently. What can you do differently if you want to see a different 2026? So that is the challenge I want to leave with you, right? Because if you think the same as this year, next year, you will be the same. Okay? If you do the same thing this year and expecting a different result next year, you are insane. All right? In a simple English term, you are just crazy. Can you understand me? So that's why you have to start to plan something that is. So with the wealth that you are generating, can you further, all right, further appreciate that wealth? And I think Bitcoin is giving you that chance, right? Because when price comes down, don't panic like the rest. Okay, don't panic like that. It's an opportunity for you to acquire, right? So there are many ways to do that. So if you are with JDXBOT, awesome. Okay, that's a beautiful opportunity that you have because you can actually, deploy this kind of idea that I'm actually sharing with you. All right. Now, if you are blessed with this information, put up there in the chat room so that at least I know that I'm engaging with you. Okay, so this is important. Okay, this is important. Okay, so let's hope. Okay, I'm just anticipating for the market to actually, there must be a relief rally where we see a pullback. So once we see a pullback, and if all the positions are closed, right, that is awesome, right? Because then, everything will be normalized back. Okay, so this is very important. That's why you can see your sub account is depleted, is zero, right? Is zero now because all your sub account fund is in your main account. And because of the fund is in the main account, your position is actually protected, safeguarded. Okay, so I think today might be tonight, okay, Singapore time, we will be doing the partial profit taking, and then we will be pushing your estimate liquidation further away. All right, and that will continue to protect your position while we wait for the price to go up. And also you will be starting to actually enjoy some profit that is coming in, okay, from the partial profit taking, right? So just take note of that for the JDXBOT. For the JDX Copy Master, we will not do anything, all right? We will just wait until the price reverse because my goal is to first to close the Ethereum. So I'm waiting for the Ether price to reverse, and thereafter I will work on the Bitcoin because Bitcoin entry price is further away. And also, right, I'm monitoring all those, auto top up, because the more auto top up, the better it is, because then your liquidation is further away. And that gives me some opportunity to do DCA, all right? So that is the reason why, I'm following up in the group and so on, okay? So just take note of that, okay? All right, guys. So if you are ready, put up the yes in the chat room, and we will keep going with the presentation. And then if you have any question, you can ask me later on, okay? Now, stay tuned because at the end, the last slide, I will share with you our 16 days JDXBOT result so that you can see how consistent the result is, all right? So that will be at the end, okay? So just stay on. And if you have anyone else, who wants to join in, please make sure that they use their real name, or else I will not admit them because we do have some spammers, right? Came in last week trying to spam the group and so on. So I need the real name in order for me to add them. Okay, so just take note of that. Okay, great. So put up there. Are you guys ready? If you are ready, put up the yes, and then we will get going. Okay, great. All right. Now let's just okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, great. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay. Okay, let's get going. All right. Now, as usual, right? Today, Tuesday, 18th of November is our usual weekly global preview for JDXBOT and also JDX Copy Master. All right. So I'm going to explain to you detail how JDXBOT works. All right. And also later on, I will share with you how you can be part of JDXBOT and how you can be part of JDX Copy Master. And at the end of the presentation, I will explain to you the the result for the past 16 days, okay, how JDXBOT has been performing, all right? And also please take note, there are some changes that has already happened, which I explained last week, right? That currently the $200 that we used to have for your main account funding has been actually revised to $100. So that gives, opportunity to a lot of the people, because I see throughout the week, right? A lot of the people actually subscribe to JDXBOT. So congratulations. As I mentioned to you, right, we only have 300 spots. All right. So once we hit the 300 users, we will actually stop all the new recruitments. Okay. And also, please understand, I think I shared in the group our 2026 plan. Okay. We have a tokenization plan. You might be hearing about JDX coin. So we do not know the name, whether we want to maintain JDX coin or we will name it differently. But this coin will be different. Okay, will be different, because just imagine, right? Every time if your positions are closed, and when we actually deduct the fees, all right, the amount of that fees, not only we deduct the fees, but you will also actually earn the equivalent amount in token. Okay, now this is going to be exciting, right? So we are going to tokenize JDXBOT ecosystem, all right? So that is, and by doing so, right, we can actually bless the community, and those who are holding that token, right, they can actually not only earn from JDXBOT, JDX Copy Master, but they can also actually earn from the token valuation itself, right? So this is going to be exciting, okay, as we move forward. I'm actually finalizing the white paper, making sure that we have all the tokenomics in place, the deflationary models in place, and so on, okay? But we need more people. So the more users we have, the more our community is, the better it is, because we need more people to own the token. All right, so this is going to be a powerful, I think, powerful strategy moving forward for 2026. And then we're going to look into, DCA bot and also the swap bot. All right, so all these things, right, are going to be part of the tokenization project. So when we raise that fund, we can actually, distribute, deploy that fund for all the new development that we're going to do. Now, please understand, if you are part of JD Wealth Maker community, you are going to be blessed. All right, you're going to be blessed with all these, improvements and also new initiative, that is coming along your way, right? So that is going to be, that is going to be, really, really exciting as we move forward. So that's why I'm telling you guys that be part, okay? Take your spot, okay? Take your spot. Be part, because currently when the price is down is the best time, right, for you to actually take advantage of it. Okay, so now let me just go through this presentation, and if you have any questions, and later on, right, you can ask me, right? Now, as usual, right, first thing first, when you want to be part of any company, right, you want to be able to understand the position of the company. That is the most important thing, all right? So here, the company is none other than JD Wealth Maker. Now, please understand, JD Wealth Maker is a financial technology, fintech. So our focus is anything to do with DeFi, decentralized finance, software development company, okay? So as you know that JDXBOT is not an MLM company. So we don't do a multi-level marketing. We don't have uni-level. We don't have nothing, all right? We don't do that because we are basically incorporated as a software development company, but our focus is DeFi. So anything to do with decentralized finance, all right? So we want to basically give opportunity to people to be part of all these products that we are building in the decentralized finance, okay? Because please understand, you got the centralized finance, which is the CFI. It is not easy to be part and to actually, to become wealthy in the centralized finance, okay? So that's the reason why we have the decentralized, and through the decentralized now, anyone, okay, anyone can be part of JD Wealth Maker, and they can be part of any product that we have, and they can actually start to, generate, substantial incomes and so on, okay? Now, please understand, we have two distinct products currently, right? Currently, we got two distinct products. Our flagship brand, which every one of you should be part of it, is JDXBOT. So JDXBOT is an algo trading. JDXBOT is our flagship brand. It has been the beta testing started somewhere November 2023. Okay, and then we also have a complementary brand that complements our flagship brand, which is the JDX Copy Master. So I'll be explaining the detail, okay, as we go along the presentation, so that you understand the difference, okay, of these two products. Now, please understand that one of the greatest things, okay, of having a company or becoming an entrepreneur is the vision and the mandate that God has given to you, right? So I think that is going to be very critical, because the mandate actually define the intention of the owner. So as the founder and the owner, right, of what we are doing here, now, when I put up this mandate, you know my intention is. So that's why our mandate, our vision is to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. So whatever that we are doing here is people first, profit later. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, people first. Okay, so people is our greatest, asset, right? It's the greatest, asset that God has given to us. So people first. Okay, that is the most important thing. And then we have the product, and then we have the profit, right? So these are the 3P. Okay, people, product, okay, and the profit will come in later on. Okay, so this is the intention that I have, because we want to create product, that can be made available easily, okay, for the people, so that they too can be part and they can actually enjoy extraordinary income. So we are already starting to see JDXBOT has been delivering extraordinary income. All right, so stay tuned. I will share with you our 16 days result at the end of the presentation later on. Okay, all right. Now, let me just give you a quick introduction of JDXBOT itself. All right. Now, as I always mention, guys, in this high speed of cryptocurrency trading, right, where volatility can make or break fortunes. Now, look at what happened these few days, right? As the institution began to sell, Bitcoin price just sliding down, right, cascading down, and that creates panic. That creates a lot of fear. A lot of the people, because of the panic, they are basically selling too, right, because they are panicked. So that's why I say, right, it can either make or break fortune, right? But JDXBOT stands as a revolutionary trading system engineered to protect capital first, and then we generate consistent return, a sustainable profit for our valued global partners. So that is the main focus. Okay, yes, the market can come down, whatever that is happening. Our focus or the algorithm has been designed in such a way to protect the capital first. Okay, so that is the most important thing, right? So now, please understand that JDXBOT is an industry-first, fully autonomous crypto-algorithmic futures trading bot, right? A third-party exchange-based API commission software as a service that utilizes advanced intelligent algorithm and tactical trading strategy to execute and manage trades remotely, hands-free, worry-free, 100% autopilot. So this is basically what JDXBOT all about. Okay, please understand, it is basically an API commission software as a service. So that simply means that you need to register yourself with an exchanges, where you can actually manage and control your own fund. All right, 100%. You control your own fund, and you have to connect your exchange with JDXBOT, and JDXBOT will then manage all the trading that is taking place through our algorithm, and also the tactical strategy that we have actually built into the algorithm, right? So please understand that. Now, this JDXBOT strategy, okay, is backed by 15 years of hands-on expertise in futures and leverage trading, crypto trading. So that's basically my expertise for the past 15 years, being in the industry, being in the crypto space. So my expertise is basically leverage trading, okay, futures leverage trading, and that is where we bring the futures leverage trading and actually package it into an algorithm, whereby now, instead of you learning manually how to trade, you have a bot that actually do that for you 100% autopilot. Isn't that awesome? All right. So empowered by a tested and proven algorithm since November 2023 when we did the beta testing. So those of you who are part of the beta testing, you know the journey that we have gone through, the challenges that we have gone through. All right. We are so grateful, and we are so appreciate, your trust, in the process, your trust in what we are doing. And I think you are seeing the result now. Okay. So congratulations. Okay. To those of you who have trusted them and stayed true with us, okay, in this honorable partnership since 2023 when we did the beta testing. All right. So JDXBOT sets a new global standard for smart, resilient, and profitable futures crypto trading. All right. So that is basically a quick introduction so that you know, all right, what is JDXBOT all about, right? Now, what actually set us apart? What makes us different or unique compared to many other projects or products outside there, okay? Now, number one is that, please understand, okay? Over here, right, 100% of the fund is controlled by the users, okay? So you control your fund. You are not going to deposit your trading fund to any third party, no. All right, so when you actually create your own exchange, you will have an exchanges, you create an account with the exchanges, you do your KYC, and you have to fund your own fund into your own account. So you are going to have complete control over the fund, allowing you to manage your investment independently. Okay, so you decide whether you want to transfer, you want to withdraw, and so on. Okay, we will cover that more later on. Okay, and I think this is the most powerful business proposition that is so attractive, right? Because users don't want their fund to be in third party. All right, they want to see their fund, they want to be in control of their fund, right? So I think this is the one of the most powerful project ever that gives 100%, control of fund to the users. Okay, number two, it is 100% autopilot. It runs 24/7. So we don't care, right? Because it is a crypto market. So therefore, the bot operates autonomously around the clock, providing users with flexibility to trade at any time from anywhere. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is the power of decentralization, right? Where you can actually be part of JDXBOT from anywhere in any part of the world, as long as that country is actually approved by our third-party exchanges. Okay, because if the exchanges disapprove you, if the exchanges doesn't accept those section country, then you cannot be part of JDXBOT. So that's the reason why you have to do KYC. Once your KYC is approved, then only you can be part of JDXBOT. Okay, please take note. Now, 100% transparency of live trades and results at your fingertip. This is just brilliant, right? So this is the reason why we partner with a third party. We did not create our own trading platform there, because if you create your own trading platform, there will be conflict of interest. But when you have a third party, that means that 100% transparency, right? Because this information or this result is independent from the third party. All right, so you can see the results. Okay, when you have the app later on, you can see the result. You can actually go and even monitor your result, monitor the trades that is taking place. So I think this is one of the powerful, independent, transparent, live trades and reports that you can actually have in your hand. Not many companies do this, okay? A lot of the company, actually, they tell you that they have a live trade, but they don't show you your own trades. So here you can see your own trade. So if you have $100 that is trading, you can see how is your $100 is doing. If you have $1,000, you can see how your $1,000 is trading, right? So it is personalized to each and every one of the users. Okay, please take note. Now, it is a tested and proven winning strategy. So as I mentioned to you, it is built by real expertise because of my experience and my hands-on expertise in the futures leverage trading. And because of that, I am basically specialized in building the algorithm, okay, for the futures, autonomous trading, right? So this is basically a real hands-on experience of 15 years that has been put into the bot itself, right? Now, it is safe, reliable, and compliance trading platform. So as I mentioned to you, you're going to basically register yourself, sign up yourself with a trading platform, which is basically an exchanges. So once you have that exchanges, thereafter, right, you can basically connect your API with a JDXBOT that will be managing all your trades and so on. Okay. Now these exchanges are fully regulated. And because of that, users are required to do KYC and so on before they can be part of JDXBOT. Right? Now, last but not least, we offer one of the highest profit sharing in the industry with instant settlement of profit. Now, this is beautiful, right? Because every time the bot closes in profit, your profit will be actually shift, okay, will be transferred to your spot wallet. So that means that you can have access to your profit at any time. You can do whatever you want with your profit. Okay, now this is awesome, right? So, and on top of that, we also offer about 30% for the referral commission. So if you are introducing someone, you can actually, benefit from this 30%, which I'll be explaining to you of this referral commission very, very soon. All right. Now, please understand that these advantages make JDXBOT an appealing choice for individuals seeking automated crypto trading solution with transparency, accessibility, and a history of success, all at an affordable initial cost. Okay, so this is what makes us different, that is set us apart. And I believe that, okay, when you are doing your due diligence, these are some of the important criteria that you need to check, okay, if you want to be part of those companies, okay? So we really hope that, this informed decision will allow you to make the right decision, and also, right, it will help you to check all your criteria before you become part of JDXBOT, right? Please take note. Okay, now another important aspect is the ecosystem, right? Who are involved, okay, within this ecosystem, all right? Now here we got two separate entities, as I mentioned to you. Our first entity is BitGet. So BitGet is our official partner. BitGet is probably the top 7 exchanges in the world, all right? So because of my experience with BitGet for the past 7 years, 6 years, all right, and this is the reason why we have actually officially partnered with BitGet. So BitGet can offer us the technical, the API connectivity services and so on. Okay. Now, please understand that you have to register an account with BitGet. And once you have registered an account with BitGet, then you will have to connect your API with JDXBOT. So once the API is connected, JDXBOT then will manage all the trades 100% autonomous, 100% autopilot. All right. Now, some of the important activity, right? In BitGet, you need to sign up. You need to also basically perform your KYC. So you have to do KYC. Level 1 is good enough. All right. And thereafter, you need to create an API and bind with JDXBOT. Now, thereafter, right, also you have certain activity under JDXBOT. You need to sign up for JDXBOT. So you need to sign up for BitGet. You also need to sign up for JDXBOT. Just take note of that. All right. And thereafter, you need to verify your email. And after you verify the email, you proceed with the 2-factor authentication. Now, let me just remind you guys, when you are doing the 2FA, right, you will be given a 6-digit recovery phrase. Okay, make sure, okay, write it down and keep it. Okay, we are providing you with the 6 phrase so that you don't have to be reaching out to support if you lose your device and so on. All right. So whenever you are introducing someone, please remind them, okay, to write down that 6-digit and keep it. Make it a habit to write down and keep this information. All right. Now, next, once you have done your 2FA, then you go and purchase your strategy plan. So once you purchase the strategy plan, next you have to perform API binding with your BitGet account. And then once you have already performed the binding, you need to fund your strategy wallet. This is where the profit sharing will be deducted. Okay, I will explain more later on. And then, okay, we got 2 important accounts here in BitGet. One is your main futures account. So you need to fund your main futures account or else the trading cannot take place, right? So apart from purchasing the strategy, the subscription, you need to fund your futures account. The minimum is $100, right? We have already reduced from 200 to 100 for each strategy. Now, also don't forget you need to fund your sub account. So your sub account must be the same amount as your main account, right? Minimum, okay? If your main account is 100, your sub account will be 100. I will explain to you why you have these 2 important funding or wallet management in place, okay? But please take note, okay? These are important criteria. Once all these criteria are met, then only your bot will be activated. So all these criteria in the checklist, okay, I will show you the checkpoint later on, and also the step-by-step processes. So all that you need to do is to follow step by step. Once you do that, and everything is everything is verified, your bot will be automatically activated. You don't have to reach out to support because everything is done automatically here. Okay, so please take note. Now, if you look over here, right, we got three separate strategy. We have the USDT strategy, we have the USDC strategy, and we got the BTC strategy. So users have you got three options of strategy to purchase, but normally, right, we will encourage you to purchase all the three strategies, because please understand that every strategy perform differently, all right, because of the market, because of the liquidities and so on. So not all strategy may not even deliver the same result. So please understand that. All right, so if you only have one strategy, and if that strategy doesn't deliver the same result as another strategy, you cannot compare yourself. All right, so please take note. And also there are other factors, like if your strategy, if your strategy wallet is depleted, then your bot will stop. So there are many factors that can affect the results of your bot. Okay, so just take note of that. All right. Okay, now let me just quickly go through to the heartbeat of JDXBOT. What actually makes JDXBOT, resilient? Why JDXBOT, are able to basically safeguard the position and so on, right? Now, if most of you has been following me, you know, right? One of the powerful strategy that we deploy in our trading is what we call a wallet management strategy. Now, please understand, guys, for us, okay, trading is like entering into the war zone. All right, it's a battle between a green army and the red army. So when you enter into a battlefield, into a war zone, the most important thing is how you basically safeguard, okay, your bullet. All right, so your ammunition, right? How you manage your ammunition is the most important thing. All right, so that's the reason why if you are able to manage your wallet effectively, you can win the war. All right, you can win the war. It doesn't matter how many enemies are there. It doesn't matter. At one point, when the enemies bullets are depleted, you can go and ambush the enemy, and you can actually win the war. So that is the analogy. That is how JDXBOT has been built. It's a tactical strategy. All right, so we don't use any technical strategy here. Please understand that, okay? So it's not that we don't like the technical, but when you are in the war zone, you don't go to learn how to shoot. You learn how to shoot before you enter into the war zone. But when you are in the war zone, you must know how to manage your bullet. All right, so managing your ammunition is the most important thing. All right, so that is the reason why we have a wallet management strategy in place. Now, please understand, okay, that when you talk about the wallet management strategy, there are two important accounts here. The main account, this is your main futures account, and we got the sub account. All right, so get used to this name, okay? Main and sub. These two, okay, integrates and they work with each other. It's very important. Now, an example, right? Let's say, for example, the main account, as I mentioned, right, that the minimum funding for the main account now is $100 for each strategy. So previously it's 200, now it's 100. So means many of you can be part of JDXBOT. So now, please understand it's 100 for each strategy. So if you got USDT is 100, USDC 100, BTC 100. So the total funding in your main account can be $300. All right. Now, please also understand that when you fund your main account with $100, let's say USDT, your sub account must be 100% matching to your main account. So that means your sub account also $100 for each strategy. So if you got three strategy, 300, and your sub account must be also 300 minimum, okay? Or else your bot will not get activated. All right, I hope this is clear, okay? So please understand, previously it was 200. So 200 means three strategies, 600. Now it is 300. All right, so take advantage, okay, of these changes that we have actually put in, because we want to empower ordinary people, right? So ordinary people may not have a big amount, right? They can start with $100. It's okay. It's great. All right. So please understand that. Now, let me explain to you how this wallet management strategy actually works. Okay. Now, we have what we call a real-time monitoring. It's all automated. Okay. Please take note. Now, JDXBOT algorithm continuously monitors the main account base available balance and automatically replenish it from the sub-account with an amount equivalent to the total dollar cost average value. Now, this replenishment restores the available balance to the base available balance for optimal bot performance. Now, let me explain to you how this works. Now, let's say, for example, right, you have funded $100, let's say, for USDT. Now, let's say now your bot is activated and your bot starts to open position. Now, when the bot opens the position, there are two things can happen. It can either move in your favor or it can go the other way. Now, let's say, for example, the market moved the other way. Now, when the market moved the other way, you don't need to worry because we got 17 DCA levels that has been built into the algorithm. So now what happened is that when the market moves against your favor, the DCA will come into effect, dollar cost averaging, right? Now, when the first DCA come into effect, let's say, for example, the first DCA is $10. So that means now, all right, your main account from $100 will reduce to $90. So now, please understand, $100 is your base available balance, okay? Now, every cycle, right? Every cycle, okay? So when the bot starts, that considered as your cycle. Now, so let's say your base available balance now is 100. So now, $10 is used. So now your base available balance has reduced from 100 to 90. So what happens now? An information will be sent to the sub-account. So the sub-account will check your main account and the sub-account will now say that there is $10 missing, right? So the sub-account will replenish the $10 to maintain your main account at $100 all the time. Can you see that? So now, please understand, okay? It will continue to maintain. So if it continue to deplete, it will continue to maintain until your 100% is depleted. So please understand, as the market can go against you, it doesn't matter, right? So as the more and more replenishment takes place, what happens to your main account? Your main account may even have $150 or $180 because all your sub-account fund is now, okay, concentrated in your main account. Now, this is important because when your fund is now replenished into the main account, it protects and safeguard your position from liquidation. Isn't that awesome? All right, now we have what we call a cycle and normalization. Now, please understand cycle. When I say cycle means when a position is open until that position closes is considered one cycle. Okay, so please understand. The cycle can remain for few hours, few days, or even few weeks. Please understand that. All right, we never guarantee you and tell you that the cycle will end few seconds. No. All right, so if you have to wait for few days, few months, just wait. Okay, that is what we call patience in trading, right? Now, we have cycle and normalization. What does that mean? Once all trading positions are fully closed, the replenished amount, okay, the replenished fund are automatically returned to the sub-account, preparing for the next trading cycle without requiring manual intervention. Isn't that awesome? So that means, right, whatever amount that is replenished, that amount will be returned back automatically to the sub-account. It will be normalized back. So I think at the moment, right, once the fund return, you have about 10 minutes gap. Within that 10 minutes, user can actually, if you want to change your funding, right? Let's say you say, I got $100, I want to change to 200. You can do that. But please understand, when you change the funding of your main account to 200, your sub-account also must be 200. All right? Or else your bot will not be activated once that 10 minutes complete. Okay, so please understand. So that means now if you change to 200, your base available balance now is 200, no longer 100. Okay, so please understand. Now, some of you may say that, can I remove my fund and I want to I want to maybe trade later after 1 week or 1 month. Yes, that's why you got that 10 minutes. So within that 10 minutes, you can actually remove your fund, and until your fund is actually, until you fund back your account, okay? Until you fund back your account, and then the algorithm will check if there is a fund, then the bot will be restarted. So please understand that. So there is a flexibility for the user to decide what they want to do with their fund. But please understand, you can only remove your fund when the bot stops, when the cycle ends, not when the trading is taking place. All right? Because if you do that when the trading is taking place, then you can get liquidated. That is your own responsibility. All right? So please understand that. All right, now let's move on. Now we have a fallback control here. Now, if the sub-account lacks sufficient balance for replenishment, JDXBOT will switch, okay, to using the main account balance for continued DCA operation. All right, so now, you may notice, right, like example, like now, right, you see most of the sub-account is already depleted. But please understand that it is depleted. But where is the fund? The fund is now in your main account. So because the fund is in your main account, the DCA will still continue, but now we will use the main account. Can you see that? So that doesn't affect the DCA activities. All right. Now, we have another critical alert. Okay, this is an early warning, an early alert to our users, right? In the event the main account balance dropped to 50% of the highest available balance, a critical alert email will be sent to notify user to top up their sub-account. Now, this advanced prompt helps avoid liquidation and keep users' bot running smoothly. Now, we have never seen this trigger activated so far, all right? But this is an advanced trigger whereby if your main account balance starts to reduce, let's say, right, market move crazily, manipulator, right, 30,000, 40,000 point, what will happen is that your main balance can actually deplete, okay, can actually reduce. So when it reduces and it reaches 50% level, you will receive an email triggering to you, all right? So a critical alert email triggered to you, letting you know that your main balance is now below 50%. Please get ready to top up your sub-account. Okay, so when you top up your sub-account. You don't top up your main account. You top up your sub-account. The sub-account will check the main account below 50%. It will then replenish, okay, to make sure it is above 50%. As long as it is below 50%, every hour you will be receiving a reminder, okay, that your account is below 50%. Please take note. Now, please understand, okay, with the strategy we have now and with the 100% sub-account requirement, it can be almost impossible for you to hit your 50%. Okay, it can be almost impossible. If you look into your account even now, your main account is now greater than your base available balance because the sub account is now sitting in your main account. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, now why we put this alert at 50%? We put this alert in advance so that you are notified. Please understand, some users, right, they don't check their emails and so on. Now, if you don't check your email and you keep receiving the notification, let's say your main account is depleted. If your main account continue to deplete, high likely, right, when it reaches 10%, you will then receive a margin call from Bitget. Now, please understand, if you receive a margin call from Bitget, it is too late. All right, if you don't respond and top up your account, you can even get liquidated. So that's the reason why, please, okay, let me just give this disclaimer. JDXBOT never promises that your bot will not get liquidated. We never guarantee, okay, that you will not get liquidated. As long as you follow the funding instruction and you respond to all these triggers or whatever, so, right, you will be fine. Okay, please take note. But if you don't respond, you don't monitor, you don't care about your fund, then you remove your fund while trading is going on, then it is at your own discretion. All right, so please understand that, okay? Because I don't want anyone to come in and say that, oh, you say we will never get liquidated, but we are liquidated. So far, okay, since the new strategy has been introduced, none of our users got liquidated by God's grace, okay? We thank God for it. By God's grace, none of our users got liquidated. Okay, so far, even none of our users got a critical alert email trigger. None. All right. So everything is so far in order. So this is a powerful wallet management strategy. Okay, a mitigation, a dynamic risk mitigation system. All right, interaction between the sub account and the main account, and this is a heartbeat of JDXBOT success. Okay, so please take note. So what you see here is a tactical, guys. It's not technical. All right, if you can manage your fund effectively, that is a tactical. You can win the war. All right, it doesn't matter how long you stay in the war. It doesn't matter. At the end of it, we want to walk out victoriously. Okay, so please understand that. So that is how the strategy has been developed. All right, now let's look into some of our proprietary tactical strategy. Now JDXBOT deploys a tactical counter trend strategy. So we don't do a directional trade. Please understand that. We don't follow the trend. The trend is not our friend. Please understand that, okay? We don't care about the trend. So because we do a counter trend trading, all right? Now, this strategy allows JDXBOT to thrive where emotional traders fail, profiting from market pullbacks and correction, all right? Now, the other proprietary strategy that we have deployed into the algorithm is a dollar cost averaging with martingale strategy concept. All right, so please understand, we have already embedded 17 DCA. All right, so the DCA will take place automatically if the market go against you. So now, this adaptive approach transforms potential drawdowns into setups for instant high margin gains. All right, because the more the DCA, please understand, some of you probably confused, right? When the market go against you, that is the most exciting time because the more fund is actually used, the more profit you make. All right, so that's why the more the orders takes place, the more profit. But at the same time, we have to make sure that the position is safeguarded. Okay, so imagine, right? The more DCA takes place, although you waited for 3 days or 4 days or 1 week, it doesn't matter because your order size is big. When you close, you can even make 5%. You can even make 7%. You can even make 3% because we don't control your earning. You can earn unlimited, but we don't promise you a fixed return. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, and we don't limit your earning. You can earn as much you want. Okay, as long as that position close in profit, right? So please understand that. Okay, all right. Now we have an arbitrage hedging strategy in place. This dual layer strategy ensures profit consistency with built-in risk control. Okay, and the other thing is that we also have a partial profit-taking strategy. Okay, now please understand, guys. Sometimes the market can be going against you, so you can be floating, right? You can be waiting for 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, right? It doesn't matter. So while you are waiting, if the conditions meet, okay, when the conditions meet, JDXBOT will also do a partial profit taking. All right. Now, by doing so, user can actually continue to enjoy consistent profit accumulation despite having an open floating position, ensuring steady growth and enhanced capital efficiency within the overall strategy. Okay. So this is another strategy that we are basically, we have actually embedded into the algorithm too. Okay. So just take note of that. So these are some of the proprietary tactical strategy that we have actually, built into the algorithm. Just to let you know, although yes, we have many other strategy, but these are some of the top strategies, the proprietary strategy that we have, within JDXBOT. Right? Okay. Now this is exciting, right? So if you are part of JDXBOT, you are going to register an account with an exchange. Now, once you register an account, you can actually download the app. So when you download the app, you can actually take a look at all the trade that is taking place live. Can you see that? These trades are basically customized for your own available balance, for your own fund. So if your fund is 100, what you see here is for your 100. If your fund is 1,000, what you see here is 1,000, right? So this is a next level personalization. Okay, But what I'm really, really excited is that this is the next level transparency and independence. So you can see, okay, your trade taking place. You can also actually check your trading performance. You can go to the P&L analysis. You can see what is happening. So please understand, all right? Now, these are basically important transparency to foster high-level trust because this is a third-party data. All right, it is not the data that we actually alter, no, nothing, right? It's a third-party data. So this is where you have the high-level transparency and independence, okay? So this is important. All right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, right, your trading profit is available instantly in your spot wallet. So every time the cycle completes, your profit will go to your spot wallet. Can you see that? So we got the futures. The futures is where your trading is taking place. But when we close the trade in your futures, your profit will actually goes to your spot wallet. So you can see your USDT amount, your BTC amount, your USDT amount, everything will be there in your spot wallet. So now you have the option, you can either withdraw to your external wallet and convert it to your fiat money, whatever you want to, you can do it. Or you want to even actually transfer back to your main account after the cycle end. If say you want to add on to your main account to further compound your earning, your trading, you can do so. All right. So these are the options that you have. Please understand, okay? This is important because you can have access to your fund at any time. So when you actually, for example, right, if you submit a withdrawal, all right, your withdrawal probably less than 5 minutes is already in your external wallet. All right. So apart from, apart from withdrawing, you can also convert your asset to whichever asset you want to, okay? Because there is a conversion function available in your Bitget wallet itself. All right. So now this is awesome, right? So this is what we really want, okay? I think this is what really attracts a lot of the users because they want to see their fund sitting in their own spot wallet so that they can do whatever they want to. All right. So this gives you 100% control of your own capital and you also control 100% of your earnings. All right. Now, please understand, all right? Where do JDXBOT then deduct your, your strategy fee? Because the fee is 25%, 75% profit goes to our users, 25% is the fees at the moment, right? So now, the fees will be deducted in your JDXBOT back office. Now, please understand that JDXBOT don't have access to your Bitget account. So we cannot withdraw, we cannot touch your fund. Okay, therefore, you have to prepare the fund for the strategy fee reduction in your JDXBOT back office. So in the JDXBOT back office, there is a strategy wallet. This is your unique smart contract address. So every users, okay, every partners will have their own address. So you need to deposit, all right? You need to deposit the strategy fee into this smart contract address and it will appear in your back office. Okay, so every time the bot closes in profit, 25% will be deducted from your strategy wallet and you can actually see the history of the records, okay, in your JDXBOT back office. Now, please understand, all right? You need to maintain at least 10% monthly of your total main futures trading fund in your strategy wallet for uninterrupted deduction of the strategy fee. Now, if your strategy fee drop or you insufficient, your bot will get deactivated. So you don't want your bot to get deactivated, then your performance will be affected. All right. Now, for example, right, if your total main futures account is funded 300, 300 means USDT 100, USDC 100, BTC 100. So means you are funding your main account total 300. So you need to allocate a monthly minimum of $30, right? Which is 10%. Now, please understand, this is a 1 month, okay? Why is 30%? Because we roughly calculate that you will be making around 20 to 30% a month, right? Return, for example. We don't promise you a fixed return, but this is just a rough guide based on the data that we are collecting, okay? currently. So now, if you have 3,000, then you need to allocate $300. Okay, so I hope this is clear, right? So every time you allocate the money, you need to set a balance reminder. Can you see that? You set a balance reminder. So if you allocate $30, let's say, for example, if the amount start to deplete and reaches, let's say, for example, $15, you will receive a reminder notification to top it up. Okay, so now please make sure that you actually enable the balance reminder notification so that you will top it up even before it is depleted in order to prevent your bot from getting deactivated. All right, so I hope this is clear. Okay, so now these features are all available in your JDXBOT, not Bitget. Okay, because we cannot touch your Bitget account. So that's why I said, right, there is a full transparency here. And you can have 100% trust because JDXBOT has no access to your trading fund or even your spot wallet, in your Bitget. So you have to partner with us, and you need to make sure that you provide the fund in advance in your strategy wallet for the deduction of the strategy fee to take place. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, if you have any question, ask us later on once we end the presentation. Okay, all right. Now, what is the initial startup cost then, right? I think this is what excites people because now you know how JDXBOT works. All right, what makes us unique and different? Now, let's find out what is the initial startup cost. Okay, now there are 4 important costs you need to know. Right, number 1 is the purchase of the strategy plan. So you need to purchase the strategy plan or subscribe to the plan. So you can enjoy 12 plus 1 month, okay, free subscription plan. So USDT is 100, USDC is 100, BTC is 100. So total is 300. But if you purchase all the 3 at once, you only have to pay $250. All right, so you save the $50. Please take note. All right, now the next cost is to fund your main futures account in Bitget. So once you have subscribed, remember this subscription is for 1 year, 365 days. All right. So once you have already purchased the subscription, the strategy, you need to fund your main futures account, right, in order for the trading to take place. So the minimum initial funding for your Bitget main futures account starts at $100 or more for each of the strategy. So as I mentioned to you, right, if you got 3 strategy, then each strategy 100. All right, so please take note. Now, you also need to fund your sub account. So your sub account is 100% matching to your main account. So if your main account is 100, your sub account minimum is 100. If your main account, let's say USDT is 1,000, your sub account USDT is 1,000. If your main account USDC is 500, your sub account should be 500. Okay, 100% matching, right? And finally, you also need to fund your strategy wallet because this is where the strategy fee will be deducted. But for the activation of your bot, you need to make sure you have minimum $30 in order for your bot to get activated. And thereafter, right, make sure that you maintain at least 10% monthly of your total futures account. So if your total futures account, main futures account is 300, then you need to maintain $30, okay, every month, okay? But if your main futures account is, let's say, 10,000, then you need to maintain $3,000, every month. Okay, please take note of that. So now, let's look into what will be the breakdown of the cost, right? So if you purchase only 1 strategy, then you're going to pay 100. Your futures account, main futures account, you need to fund 100. Your sub account will be 100%, which is 100. And the minimum deposit for the first activation will be $30 for your strategy wallet. So the total allocation, right, is about $330. Now, if you go for 2 strategy, that will be about $610. Now, if you buy all the 3 strategy at once, then you only have to pay $880. Can you see that? Because you're going to save on your subscription, okay? Instead of 300, you only pay 250. All right? So So I hope, all right, I hope this is clear. I hope now you have a clarity, right, of the initial cost, that is involved for each of the strategies, the main futures account, the sub account, and the strategy wallet. And you can then, okay, start to plan, okay, how you want to be part of JDXBOT. So do reach out to the person who have invited you. Use their, JDXBOT referral link, right, to be part of JDXBOT. Now, if you are listening to this presentation, you stumble upon this video and you do not know who is who to refer you, don't worry, okay? Do get back to support@jdxbot.com and we will be able to assist you, okay? Just take note of that, okay? So I hope this information is helpful, guys, right? Let's move on. Now, as I mentioned to you, right, this is the trading profit sharing model. So currently the trading profit sharing is 75-25. All right, it is valid till end of December because next year it will be reverted back to 70-30. All right, so our partners are earning 75% net profit. Okay, I'm not talking about realized profit. No. We are talking about net profit. That means after deduction of all the cost or whatever fees, you are going to enjoy 75%. Now, 25% is for the partner's fee or the strategy fee. So this is where the deduction will take place in your JDXBOT strategy wallet. All right, please take note. Now, as I mentioned to you, we offer one of the highest referral bonus. So you can actually enjoy unlimited lifetime 2 tiers referral commission here. All right. So now, a total commission that has been allocated is 30% on any purchase of the strategy and upon each renewal. So let's say, for example, you have a level 1 and someone comes, okay, you introduce to them and they actually purchase a $250, subscription, right? So you will enjoy 20% of that, which is $50. And this $50 will be immediately credited in your back office. You can withdraw this almost instantly. You don't have to wait. All right. Now, please understand, just imagine, right? If you have 10 people directly under you, that is 500. And if that 10 people renew every year, you are going to enjoy $500 as your yearly bonus every year, right? Isn't that awesome? Now, when your level 1 introduced to their level 1, which is your level 2, you enjoy another 10%. So you enjoy a total of 30%, okay, from the subscription fees, okay? So I think this is a massive benefit, being offered by JDXBOT. So plan, okay, accordingly. Use this advantage, guys. The money is there. If you want this money, then take advantage of it. All right, take advantage of it. Earn as much you can because this is, if you ask me, right, is one of the generous referral commission that has actually been offered by JDXBOT, right? Okay. So how to be part of JDXBOT? Simple, okay? There are only simple 3 steps. Number 1, you have to sign up, all right? So you sign up for BitGet, you sign up for JDXBOT, and then you subscribe to the strategy plan. Once you have done that, you proceed to do the connection. So this is where you create your API, you bind your API, and then you do all the necessary funding. Once everything is done, JDXBOT algorithm will automatically check your account. If everything is in order, your bot will be activated. All right? So it will be 100% autopilot. Now, if there is an error, you will receive an email notifying you to correct those errors. Until you correct those errors, your bot will not be activated. All right? So always check your email. All right? Make sure you put the right email address so that you get all the communication because all these things are done automatically through the algorithm. There are no human involved, guys. All right? So that's why you don't have to send email to support and say that I've already submitted, please activate my bot. You don't have to. It will be done automatically by our algorithm. All right, so please take note. All right. Okay, that's great. Now, you might be wondering how to get started. Wow, there's so many things here. How to get started? Don't worry. If you log into jdxbot.com, at the top right, you will see a getting started, right? Now, you need the 2 most important documents here. Getting started checkpoint. There are 13 checkpoints. So make sure you download this PDF file, okay, the checkpoint. And also you need a getting started guide. This is where for each of the checkpoint, you have the step-by-step guide. Okay, so the PDF file is there, the picture is there. So take your time, don't rush. Okay, follow step by step until you get activated. All right. Now, if you have your upline, do refer to them. I believe they will be able to assist you, because so far we don't have any problem with any of new users actually getting their bot activated without any assistance from the support. This is awesome, right? Because all the processes are already there. It is clearly stated what needs to be done. All right. So do check our website, www.jdxbot.com, and you can get those information there. If you need a corporate presentation that I'm sharing with you today, you can also download from the Getting Started. And also, I would encourage you to read through the FAQs. All right. There are 40 over FAQs there. Take some time, read those FAQs so that you understand. Okay, whenever there's an issue, the most probably your questions are already answered in the FAQ. All right, awesome. Okay, now let's quickly go through our complementary product, right, which is JDX Copy Master. Now, please understand, okay, JDXBOT is an algo trading. JDX Copy Master is a copy trading. All right, there's difference between these two. All right, now let me quickly go through the features. Number one is that it is 100% managed by master trader by myself. It's a manual. All right, so I am doing the trading. You will actually copy my trade. All right, so that is what it meant by the 100% managed by the master trader. Now, you can start as low as 50. Now, those of you who are part of JDXBOT, remember, you saved the $50, right? Because you only paid 250 instead of 300. Do you know that $50 you can immediately actually join JDX Copy Master? But please, okay, please understand that set aside additional reserve of at least the same amount in your spot wallet to accommodate potential top-up. Now, I would advise you, right, if you come in with $50, at least you have $100 extra, another $100 in your spot wallet. Because if the market starts to get crazy, right, sometimes you need an auto top-up. Minimum auto top-up is $50. And sometimes you may need to do 2 auto top-up. So always prepare extra, okay? At least $100 if you want to be part of the JDX Copy Master, okay? All right. Now, 0 subscription fees, no API configuration. So that's why if you are new and you are not so sure about API and so on, and you just want to connect to JDX Copy Master, then this will be probably a good start. Okay. Now, it's a 80-20 profit sharing. 80% goes to our partner, 20% comes to JDX Copy Master. All right. We use a smart copy mode. All right. That means that you will trades mirror the master strategy with precision and speed. We have a copy center management. So you don't have to worry if you have a spot trading, you got a futures trading with JDXBOT. You don't need to worry because dedicated fund management is there. These are dedicated fund management to prevent disruption to any of your existing fund allocations and so on. Okay. All right. Now, please also understand that user control 100% of the fund. All right. So you don't have to worry, but please make sure that you don't remove the fund when the trades is going on. Okay. You can remove the fund anytime when the trade closes and so on, but not when the trades is running. Right. Please take note. Okay. Now, how to get started? Very simple. Okay. Now, if you are already have a bigger account, right? You already do your KYC. You already have a bigger account. Then this is the process that you need to follow. All right. Now, if you are new and you don't have a bigger account, reach out to your introducer for bigger referral link. Or if you don't have an introducer, you can reach out to copymaster@jdwealthmaker.com for assistance. All right. Okay, now let's just quickly go through this and then we can end the presentation today. Now, step 1, okay, you need to click these partners. This is a private partners referral link. So it's not open to the public. So you need a referral link, a prior link to invite you to join. All right. So once you get the link, then you will go to the JDX Copy Master trading page. Now, if you receive the link you cannot open, then you can change, okay, replace .com to .site. Because some countries, high likely .com may not work. So you can change to .site, it will work. All right. Now, so once you click the link, it will bring you to this page. So once you are in this page, you need to tap the copy. And once you tap the copy, it will bring you to this page. So what you need to do, make sure you check it is a smart copy, not diverse follow. Okay, because we are using a smart copy. So if you see a diverse follow, you will see a switch icon. You tap the switch icon to switch it to smart copy. So once you tap, you proceed next. It will bring you to the next page. So over here you see, okay, smart copy, right? You need to select because currently it's diverse. So you need to select smart copy and then you click upgrade. All right. Now, please understand, if you already smart copy, you can just, ignore these steps. You can just proceed, okay? And then you tap the confirm, it will bring you to this page. So over this page, make sure you confirm it's a smart copy. And then please make sure that you have already funded your sub account. Sorry, your spot account. Okay, if you fund your spot account, can you see that from spot available how much? So make sure you fund your spot account. Once your spot account is funded, you can just key in the amount here. All right, you key in the amount. So let's say you key in $50, minimum $50, okay, for your bot to get activated. And make sure you have a excess spare fund, okay, another 50 or 100 sitting in your spot. Okay, as I mentioned to you, you may need it to do auto top up in case market is fluctuating, right? Please understand that. So once you have already, okay, key in the fund, let's say $50, then you tap the copy, your JDX copy master will be activated immediately, right? So please take note. Now, these are a few important instructions. Number one, as I mentioned, allocate at least 1-to-1 ratio of fund in your spot wallet. So you set aside additional reserve of at least the same amount in your spot wallet to accommodate potential top-up. Now, I would advise you, right? If you have $50, you start with $50, probably you prepare another $100. Okay, because the minimum top-up is $50. You might need to do 1 or 2 top-up. In case, okay, only when the market is, when the market is volatile, okay? In most instances, you may not use that top-up, all right? Now, example, if your fund is 100 for copy master trading, you may keep another 100 available as backup. Okay, if you are funding $1,000, make sure you have another $1,000. Okay, so the detail of the auto top-up is in the group, in our private Telegram group. There's a video. Okay, you can actually check on that when you join to become part of the copy master, right? Make sure, okay, you send an email so that you can be invited to join the private Telegram group. All right. Now, then you enable the auto top-up. So you activate the auto top-up feature so that when your available balance fall below certain threshold, the system will automatically replenish it to mitigate risk of liquidation. So everything is automated. All right, you don't have to do manually actually, okay? All right, and lastly, okay, no manual intervention policy. Copiers are strictly prohibited from manually interfering with open position. So any manual intervention will result in termination of the copy trading connection, and the user will have to manage their position independently thereafter. Okay, please take note. So please, okay, when you have an active position, don't go and remove the fund and do whatever you like. All right. If you don't like, don't join. All right. Once you already join, you follow the rule. Okay, that is it. So, or you wait until all the position is closed, and then you can stop your copy trading. All right. So please take note. All right. Okay. So guys, be part of our global vision, the future of smart trading. So JDXBOT is not just a trading bot, it's a global solution for individuals and institutions seeking tactical precision in volatile markets, consistency built on tested and proven strategy, and also protection-driven profitability. All right. So by turning volatility into opportunity and risk into strategy, JDXBOT is redefining how the world trades crypto. All right. So be part, guys, of this amazing opportunity. Find out more from the person who have actually introduced you. If you want, if you have any question, I will actually address those questions later on. All right. So just hang on there. We're going to finish quickly. Now, these are important meetings highlight. Okay. Every week on Thursday, we have our business presentation as what I'm doing now. So people can come and listen to me directly about JDXBOT and JDX Copy Master. Now, every fortnightly on the first and the third week of Thursday, we have the AMA session. So the AMA session is more technical. I will explain about the market, about the technical aspects of JDXBOT, copy masters. Sometimes I even introduce, some other, educations and so on. Okay, so be part. Okay, take advantage, because during the AMA session you can really learn a lot of things. Okay, and this session I will be able to answer more questions that is related to the technicality, right? Okay, now last but not least, let me just leave you with this 16 days result. Okay, so we have the USDT bot. USDT, actually the net profit is about 15.6%. Our USDC, the net profit about 14.2%, and BTC had delivered about 16.3%. Right? Now, guys, please understand, this is a 2 weeks result. In some company, this is your 1 month result. All right, JDXBOT already delivered 1 month result in 2 weeks. So what will be the result for the next 2 weeks? I don't know. Okay, but we will wait until November ends. Okay, now this is the overall performance. Total capital is 3,000. That means that what you see here, right? USDT is 1,000, USDC is 1,000, BTC is 1,000. So my total capital is 3,000 in my main account. Okay, my total realized profit is around 21% after deduction of the strategy fee. All right, 75% is my net profit, which is 470. So my total net ROI is around 16%. So that means my average net daily, okay, is around 1%. So please understand, okay, we don't promise you a fixed return. No, I'm not telling you that you can make 1% a day. No. But what I'm telling you is that you can earn unlimited. Okay, but we don't promise you a fixed return. So it is not a ROI program, because this is a real trading. So whatever the market bless you, you take it. We don't control that. All right, it's up to you. So if you have $100, you make profit based on your $100. If your funding is $1,000, you make profit based on $1,000. Okay, I hope everyone is clear. Okay, so with that, I would like to say thank you guys for attending this presentation, and I hope that that this informed decision, right, will help you to make an informed decision, at your side. Okay, all this information, right, will help you to make an informed decision. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to the person who actually introduced you, or if you have any other comment or any other questions that you want to ask me, right, you can basically tap the raise hand button at the bottom. All right, raise hand button at the bottom, or you can put in the chat room and I will try to answer you. Probably we will take about 5 minutes if you have any questions. Anyone have any questions? Oh, okay, all right. We will check that. Okay, Udemy, right? Okay, we will check that, because if your BTC bot not activated, please first of all check your funding. If all the fundings are correctly done, okay? If the fundings are not done, you might have received an error email. So if you have received an email, then just follow the instruction in the email. All right? So just make sure you check that. Because most of the people, we know that they received the email, but they didn't check. All right? The email you should have got the email if it's not got activated. Okay, but if you are funded today, then please wait, okay? Because the bot activation time can be different. Because sometimes, right, some people, their strategy wallet get depleted. So when the strategy wallet depleted, and then they top up the strategy wallet, they think that the bot will activate immediately. No, it won't happen. You have to wait for the interval. Okay, we got a scheduled timing for the bot activation. So you need to check on the scheduled timing, which is, I think, is already provided in the Telegram group, right? So check the pin message. Okay, all right. But nevertheless, I will get a technical team to take a look for Udemy, right? Okay, guys. Any other questions? I hope this has been a blessing. All the information that you have here. Anyone have any question? Yes, Obong, please unmute yourself. Yes, go ahead.
Dr. JD, please confirm you can.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. I'm just laughing because the result, that 16-day result is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I wanted initially to. I didn't know they may has even drop a chat. So since you've answered that, no problem. Like I always say, I'm the happiest person, which you know. Please, no distraction. I've seen the proposal for next year. I am happy you have put the swap bot and the this year bot there. So I'm very happy that is also coming as part of the thing we suggested. So I'm happy. Please um, continue doing what you're doing. No distraction. Like I always say, we here in Nigeria, we will give you all the support that you need, and we also try to explain to other team members because it is some people don't believe it, but it's just the truth. It's the truth, and you have control of your fund, your capital. You are seeing it with the wallet management that you are doing. So we really appreciate what you are doing, and not just that, the response. You take more time, in looking at what is happening with the board, even at the Telegram group. So for me, we really appreciate what you are doing, and personally, I'm emulating you on that because sometimes there are certain things you do, you don't take particular attention about it, but the way you are looking at this JDXBOT and the court, I really appreciate what you are doing. And we all I can say is we pray for God to give you more grace to continue to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. Thank you very much. God bless you. Really appreciate. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Obong. Truly appreciate that word of encouragement and the input. Let me just take one question, right? Okay, why is the fund in the sub account not considered when calculating the percentage? Okay, all right. Now, I think I explained this last week, right? Let me explain again. Now, the choice whether you want to calculate or not, we will leave it to the users. Number one, okay? Number two is that not 100% of your sub account is always used in the main account. All right, so it's very difficult for you to justify your equity. All right, because sometimes, right, when the bot starts every cycle, right, only 10% of your sub account is used. Sometimes 20%. Sometimes, like today, is already 100%. So how are you going to justify that you are using your sub account 100% every time, right? So because of that reason, right, because we follow equity, we don't follow capital, right? Equity means by right, equity is the amount that is used for your trading, right? But nevertheless, right, you are thinking as an investor. For you, it's like, okay, I've allocated 200%, right? I've allocated $1,000 in my main account, $1,000 in my sub account. So my capital is $2,000. All right. So as an investor, that's what you think. So if you consider that, then you calculate in that manner. All right. So if that is the situation, instead of 16%, you might already make about 8%. All right. Even 8%, is it good? In 2 weeks, I think it is brilliant, right? If you can make 8% in 2 weeks, I think it's brilliant. Okay. But nevertheless, that is the justification why we don't use the sub account and the main account. Okay, because the percentages that is actually used to replenish is not always 100%. Okay, but we always use your main account as your main trading fund. Okay, so please take note. But nevertheless, we will leave the decision of how to calculate to each users, because some users also say that you need to also add your strategy purchase. It's up to you. All right, you can do whatever you want to, right? But at the end of it, what we are concerned here is the ROI, right? So if you make about, let's say, if you can make about 30% from your total main account, you can then calculate your total funding. So then you can know roughly, right? If I have $1,000 in my main account, and I make 30%. So that means for me to recover my $1,000 will take me probably about 3 months. Now, for me to get back my sub account another 3 months, so means around 6 months, you are actually getting back all your fund. And also, please understand that your sub account is only funded once. You are using your sub account again and again. Okay, your sub account is actually continuously replenishing, right? It's not that you are putting in new fund for your sub account every time, right? So that is also another consideration. Okay, I hope I answered that question, Oton, right? Oton. Okay. Should I know the new bot subscription fee for next year? You said you are going to increase next year, and there is a friend of mine who wants to join. Oh, okay. I think it might increase probably about 20 to 30%, but I have not actually made any kind of final decision yet. Okay, we will see how things goes, asset under management and so on, for us to make. But roughly, I think around that, because almost probably, right, there won't be the 50% discount. So that means that it will actually go back to the original 300 and also 200, right? For the 2 strategy 200, and for the 3 strategy will be 300, rather than at the moment I think for these 2 years, right, we have been giving a discount for the early birds, right? You only pay 250. So high likely that discount will no longer be there moving forward next year. But please understand, guys, if we remove the discount, if you refer someone, you make more money, right? Because now you will make 20% of 300, not from 250. Can you see that? So that is also a huge benefit for those who are actually introducing, right? So that means that anyone who actually renew their subscription, you are going to earn 20% of the 300. Okay, not from 250. Okay, I hope I answered that question, Vincent. So high likely we will not increase the price, but we will remove the discount. Okay, I think that will be better, because increasing the price sometimes, some people may feel it difficult. But if you are earning 30-40% a month, I don't think so it's an issue, right? I don't think so it's an issue. Okay, but nevertheless, I think that will be just an indication. Okay. No, you don't have to. Okay. When my sub account is depleted, do I need to keep topping up? No. Actually, if your sub account is depleted, you top up also no point. Unless your main account, remember I told you, right? When your main account balance, okay, reduced by 50% and you receive the critical alert, that is when you top up your sub account. Okay, you don't have to top up your sub account now. Okay, don't have to. All right. So, but you can have more. Okay. Example, if I tell you that you need to have 100%, right? If I put 1,000 for my main and I also do 1,000 for my sub, you can even put 1,100, 1,200 for your sub if you want to. Now, the more sub account there is, the better, because we can do the DCA more for you. Right? When your sub account is only enough, and if it's depleted, then we have to do the DCA from your main account. All right. So, but nevertheless, if your sub account is depleted, you don't have to top up unless you receive the critical alert. So far, none of our users receive any critical alert. All right, none. All right. Does one need a different JDX wallet for copy trading? No, you do not need. All right. You just use the same wallet, which is your spot wallet. All right. So all your profit will still go back to your spot wallet. All right. Awesome. Okay. Yes, Titus, please unmute yourself. Okay, let me take this one, guys. I have to make a move. Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Doctor. It's nice to be here again, seeing your wonderful face and your strategies giving us good results.
Awesome.
Doctor, you mentioned on the smart copy trade that there shouldn't be intervention. It's hands-free. But does the same apply to the bots? Because, I mean, sometimes in the past, you said that anybody that knows how to close the bots.
It's the same, right? It's the same because JDXBOT definitely, okay, no one can manually interfere by closing the positions and so on, because we are running on a dual hedging position. Okay, So because it's a hedging position, you cannot touch any of the position. So now it goes the same, okay, for the copy master too, because you can see there will always be a 2 position, all right, for each of the assets. So you will see long and short for BTC, long and short for Ether. So you cannot close. Although you may see that one of the position is like 200%, 300% profit, if you close, your liquidation will come close, you can get liquidated. All right, so the reason why we have the hedging is that to prevent from the liquidation. So always, right, we close the highest order size first before we close the smaller order size. So that's why we wait. We wait for the market to reverse, because when the bigger order size ROE is bigger, actually, when your order size is big, that is a huge profit. When you close, you will have a net profit. But if you close the smaller one first, then you're going to have a problem, because then your liquidation will come very, very close. So that's the reason why we don't allow any of our users to actually manually close it. So manual close only applicable if there's only one directional position. But at the moment, we don't have one directional. Everything is actually dual hedging position. I hope that answers your question. Okay, and also please guys, don't go and remove the fund, okay, from your main account or whatever, right? Because when the trading is going on, whatever you see in your liquidation is based on the fund. So that's why you see like JDXBOT, right? If your sub account is depleted, your fund is actually in the main account. Why it is that? Because it actually pushes your liquidation away. All right, so you don't go and remove that, because now you see all your sub account. If you remove that, then you're going to have a problem, because your liquidation can be much closer and you can get liquidated. All right, and we will know, okay, from our algorithm, we will know if you are manually doing it. So we will know, okay, so then our technical team, or you might receive a warning email, you know, but please, okay, make sure. So far, I don't see anyone touching their fund. All right, okay, I hope I answered that question. Okay. Okay, all right, guys. I would like to say thank you so much for your time. Truly appreciate that. All right, so get back to the person who have actually invited you. Check with them, get more information if you need. All right, and just make sure, guys. One thing that I want to also add, right, as Oton was asking, right, why the sub account consider? Please understand, okay. In many trading, right, they don't have the sub account. And because of that, a lot of those trading positions get liquidated. So what makes JDXBOT different is that our top priority is to safeguard your position, not profit. Please understand that. So now let me ask you one question. If you want profit, will you then forego safeguarding your position? So if you want more profit by putting in less fund, then you cannot be protected. So that's why what we are doing here is based on years of experience, because fund management is the most critical thing for you to protect your position. So that's why we have the main account and the sub account. So with the sub account, you know, making sure that the base available balance are always maintained. That is the reason why your position is protected. Even if the market move 20,000 points, 15,000 points, right? We don't feel the panic, because you can see that it's either your liquidation is 20,000 points away. Some of you, I think 17, some can be, it doesn't matter, right? Because of the of these two account management. So that's why I'm asking you, right? When come to the trading, which is more important, safeguarding capital or profit? Investors always talk about profit, but who is going to safeguard your position? JDXBOT focus is first, capital preservation. Second only is profit. Okay, so that's the reason why we introduced the main account and the sub account. And that's why so far, right, everything is working very well. But the moment you remove the sub account, you only got main account. So if anything happens, you need to keep asking the user to top up. We got no time to do that. We have already done that before, right? So if the user got no fund and they don't top up, now you got no choice. You have to allocate the fund in advance, right? So in that manner, you have more discipline. But if you don't do that and you're only looking for fun later on, you can get liquidated first. All right, so we don't want that situation to happen because we have already gone through this whole process. Okay, we have already gone through. Even some of you, I think some were asking us that why don't remove the strategy wallet, right? We don't want the strategy wallet. Doctor, you just deduct everything from BitGet. We had a problem before because when we deduct your fund from BitGet, that means you need to give permission in your API for withdrawal. Will you do that? Do you really trust that no one will actually take your fund because when you give the permission? So there is a trust issue, right? Because of the trust issue, JDXBOT actually created the smart contract for the strategy wallet. We actually invested money to create the smart contract. And I think during that time, we got about 2 or 3 months, right? The bot was not running because we created a strategy wallet because users don't have the trust. They don't want us to deduct the fund from. It is easy, guys, to deduct the 30% or 25% of the fee from the bigger, but we cannot do that because then it will be a trust issue, right? Because now, do you know that now if you go to your API, the permission, withdrawal permission, you don't give us the permission, right? But if you want us to deduct, then you need to give us the permission. How much trust do you have? Maybe for you guys who know me, you trust me, but new users know. Okay, if you open to the public and they see why do we need to give withdrawal permission, right? They won't agree. So that's why we created a separate strategy wallet, and you need to make sure to prepare the fund in advance in your strategy wallet so that we deduct the 25% of the strategy fee. So in that manner, right, you can see how transparent we are. All right, so you can trust us, right? So, but now the question, can we trust you? Can you make sure that you prepare the necessary fund, right? As I mentioned to you, right? About 10% a month. So if you have $1,000 in your main account, if your main account total $3,000, then you need to prepare about 10% a month, okay? Based on your total main account. You see that? So I think so far everything is working well. So don't ask us to remove the strategy wallet, okay? I need you to understand, because if you ask those who are part of the beta testing, the soft launch, the beta testing, they will tell you. All right. Previously, we actually deducted from the BitGet spot account, but we cannot continue to do that because if we do that, then the trust issue is there. All right. So that's why we have to create, and we actually spend a lot of money to create a unique smart contract address for each users. So that's why you got your smart contract address. You can deposit in your own smart contract. All right, it's all unique for each user. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, so guys, thank you so much, guys. Truly appreciate that. Do look forward for the recorded video, or you can please subscribe to JDXBOT YouTube channel so that every time I put up new videos, you get the update. And this is the 3rd week, so this Thursday we will have the AMA session. So I will keep you updated of the Zoom details. So be there in the AMA session so that we can cover more on the technical stuff and so on, okay? And high likely today there will be a partial profit taking, okay? For JDXBOT, there'll be a partial profit taking, and also we're going to move your estimate liquidation further away. So just take note in case you see a partial profit taking. God bless you. All right? So take care, guys. We will catch up again, okay? Next week, same time. And don't forget, we will also catch up during the Thursday for the AMA session, okay? So God bless you all. Take care. We will catch up again.